Why is Colette so bad in Brawl Stars? Hello everybody, it is Yum here, and today I'm going to be answering that question. But before we go any further, the sponsor of today's video, which was released recently but has already managed to be loved by many, called Rumble Blast. The idea itself is not new. A similar genre originated back in the 90s. However, the developers decided the new is well forgotten old and gave new life to the familiar concept. On one hand, the gameplay is pretty simple, guys, but only at a superficial glance. In fact, the game challenges almost from the first level, when it's not even enough to collect a couple of cubes of the same color and undermine them, but you need to build a whole strategy for collecting combinations. Otherwise, the levels will not pass. There's many features like a huge number of levels with a variety of puzzles, a personal squad team with charismatic characters, fighters, unique amplifiers to increase the powers of explosions. After only half an hour of playing, you realize that it is not a simple game, but a game that challenges the player, rewarding him for diligence at the same time. Thus, the old idea is presented with a new look, and it turned out to be very beautiful and exciting. Link to the game is in the description, guys. I recommend giving it a try. Now, the short answer to the question is because of her mechanics. Now, that is true, and if we take a look at her mechanics, it says Colette fires a shot that takes what you owe, and the more you have, the more you owe. So yeah, if she hits someone with a lot of health, she'll do a lot of damage. If she hits someone with a little bit of health, she'll do a little bit of damage. Now, at the moment, she's already gotten buffed one time. Her main attack got buffed a little bit. Now her minimum damage is 700 instead of 280. And I think her super and health also got buffed, but I don't know for sure. But basically, the point of today's video is I'm going to be explaining why she's so bad, and I'm going to go in depth on how Supercell, the creators of Brawl Stars, can make her better. So like I said, first and quick of all, why she's so bad, it's because of her mechanics. She also has a normal reload speed, which I think is a little bit messed up. I think she should have a fast reload speed. That would make her better. But her attack and her super are both not very good, and her health isn't that high either. So she is not a very good brawler. She has normal movement speed. I would say she is probably the worst brawler who has ever come out. Gale was also really bad when he came out, but he got a buff. Then they had to nerf him. I think they buffed him again, but I don't really know. We're talking about Colette in today's video. So basically, I already explained the short answer on why she's so bad because of her mechanic. But basically, why did Supercell, the creators of Brawl Stars, make her like this? Well, the reason is probably because lots and lots and lots of brawlers they release are so overpowered, people get so mad, so they have to nerf them. And for the company, it's better to have someone that's not very good than someone that is too good. I'm gonna list all the brawlers that were released recently that were actually insane when they came out. Surge, Nanny, BB, Jackie, Rosa, 8-Bit, and Max. Those were like the main ones that were just insanely good. Like Supercell had to nerf them. They had to make them way worse because they were so broken when they came out. And I think the most OP one was probably either Rosa, Surge, or Nanny. So basically, that's why they made so many mistakes on making the new brawlers way too good. They had to make one. They tried to make Colette balanced, but they didn't do a very good job. And yes, they have testers who test the brawlers. I don't think they're honestly that good because I feel like every brawler is either too good or too bad. Like, never is a brawler absolutely perfect, no nerfs and no buffs. I mean, obviously that's kind of hard to do. But yes, that is why Colette is so bad. Now, how Supercell can make her balanced. Her gadget basically doubles her damage for the next shot, 3 charges per match. Her star power, which is actually a pretty good one, is basically her super carries the enemy brawlers, like pushes them back, basically the length of the super. It's really good. Now, I think the main flaw in Colette is not her attack, because, I mean, that makes her unique, but her super and her health. Her super is like way too similar to her attack. It does a certain amount of damage depending on how much health the enemy has. and her health is just not good. She needs more help. Basically, everything else is it's bad, but it obviously makes her unique. It's fine. Just her super and her health mess her up. Now, her super is kind of messed up. It's basically dashes in, does some damage, dashes back, does some damage. Now, this is my opinion. I think it should not come back. I think it should just dash forward, do double the damage, and be fine. Basically like a quick bull super. Now, I tried my best to push Colette to 1,000 trophies, and I failed miserably. I tried doing it in solo showdown like I did with my other brawlers, Surge, BB, Jackie, and 8-Bit, but like I could not do it. I couldn't. It was so hard. I wasted hours and hours of my day. I couldn't do it. But yeah, my next video will be probably Colette.exe part 2. But after that, I'm probably going to be done with Colette videos, so...